So you finish your day's work and you're heading home. You're close to the area where you live. You turn into the area and you realise that there's a car behind you still. You've noticed it some miles back. You've noticed it because of its colour. You've noticed it because perhaps it's night time, it's the headlights. And as you turn into the area and close to home, you start to think, have you had road rage and not realised it? Is it somebody that knows you? Is it something connected to your personal life or your professional life? But you start to get agitated, frustrated, possibly even scared. The question I'm asking you, what do you think you'd do now? So, the reason for this video is quite simple. I did a course last week on virtual classroom training on personal safety, and at the end when I asked for questions, as always, one of them said, well, what would you do, Will, yourself if you were being followed? And I actually have been followed in my careers by people trying to intimidate me. And what I said was, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Me and you'll have a private chat. And everyone went. Everyone was great. And then me and the person had a quick chat about it. And at the end of the conversation, they agreed with the points I'm going to share with you. But what was interesting for me was, about a couple of hours later, I actually got separate emails from people asking me the same question. It was obviously pondering in their mind after I finished the presentation. So what I did was I said, look, I'll make a quick video. Simple as that, as I've discussed to you in the past. If I get enough questions around the same subject, to make a short video, and then when people actually get in touch with me, I send them the video link, or they go on the YouTube and they actually see what I've said. There's no, believe it or not, golden rules to do when someone's following you. It's very personal, the way each one of us will react differently. But what I did was I put a selection of ideas together to show you. So let's see what I thought. So you're being followed. Now there's many ways to confirm you're actually being followed. Changing direction, going onto a roundabout, but I always joke, make sure it's a large roundabout, go around a couple of times, stop the vehicle, pull over, put your hazards on, see if it will scare the person. There's so many things that you can possibly do to see if that person's following you. But again, don't forget, it could be coincidence. Also then think to yourself, right, don't panic. It's easy to say to you, and I know this, but don't panic. A high percentage of the time, the person who's following you's aim is to intimidate you. And again, your aim is to not panic or stress in that context. First things first, obviously, if you are close to home, don't go home. I would highly recommend not going home. I would highly recommend not going to even a friend's house. Nothing personal. If necessary, if you're close to work, go to work. If necessary, and I've done it myself, pull outside a police station. It usually deters the person. So the first thing is, let's not panic, okay? Then do little certain things to make you feel confident. Lock your car door. Make sure it's locked, okay? If safe, take as many details of the person as you possibly can, i.e. the vehicle make, the colour, even if there's anybody in the vehicle, is it one or two people, any form of details like that. I've also said to people in the past, right, okay, well, let's try and be sensible about this. If you're near, shall we say, a petrol station, a large petrol station, pull in. And people used to joke at me and say, why do that, Will? And I said, well, a high percentage of petrol stations have ANPR, automatic number plate recognition. And therefore, when you pull in, the garage will register your registration. And if the person follows you, well, they're going to do the same, aren't they? So again, there should be a registration recorded on that system. So if you do feel it's serious enough, well, once you've passed it up to your line manager, or you even possibly passed it to the police, there is something that can be tracked back to see if this person's done it. And a high percentage of the time I've found out myself that the person that has been following somebody has done it to somebody else. Then start to think to yourself, all right, okay then, where is a safe zone I can go to? Are you in an area you're familiar with? If you're not, drive to an area you're not familiar with. If necessary, like I always say, pull over. Just pull over. Get your phone out. Look to yourself, if you're not familiar in the area, where's the local police station? Where is somewhere you can go that you will feel safe? Is there another client? Is there a part of your organisation that might have offices close by? Now, what I also say is this. If you're going to ring somebody, think to yourself, who is the person that you're going to ring? Now, I have had experiences myself of dealing with, shall we say, incidents and talking to people after incidents of where they have rang their loved one, their spouse, and their spouse has panicked, got in the car and driven rapidly to join the person and nearly getting themselves into accidents or being stopped by the police. So we've got to think to ourselves, what are we logically going to do? And as I said before, again, making sure all times we're keeping ourselves safe, we're keeping the speed limit, we're keeping as a log of what's going on as best as possible. If necessary, I've spoken to people and they've activated their phone recording and recorded everything like a transcript of what they're doing. I've also said to people, if that's good, drive to populated areas. If you can, go onto a busy road. And what I mean is, because it's going to be busy, it'll be harder to negotiate the person that's possibly following you to get through the traffic as much, because you could be changing lanes or other vehicles will be interfering in it. And above all, above everything else, is this. If you think you are being followed, and if you genuinely feel unsafe, ring 999. That's it. Ring 999. Pull over, ring 999, or do it safely when you're driving on your car phone, but don't take a chance. Because as I said before, remember, somebody that is following you has done it to somebody else. Stay safe wherever you're doing. Please continue to watch the videos. Please like, share, and obviously comment if you feel. Get in touch if you've got any ideas for videos, because I've got a vast amount of ideas of videos now, but I'm plowing my way through them as best as possible. Thank you for watching. Stay safe whatever you're doing, and bye for now.